today's video, we are reacting to Olivia Rodrigo, Vampires, live from SNL. Just wanted to check it out because I like the song. Let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Rodrigo.
Why is he hosting?
Hate to give the satisfaction asking how you're doing now. How's the castle built of people you pretend to care about? Just what you wanted. Look at you, cool guy, you got it. I see the parties and the diamonds. Sometimes when I close my eyes, 6 months of torture you sold. Some forbidden paradise. I loved you truly. You gotta laugh at the stupidity, 'cause I've made some real big mistakes. You make the worst one look fine. I should've known it was straight.
So just kind of right off the bat, right? Just kind of analyzing what's going on here. You know, obviously live you're not going to hit everything, right? But you can tell she is doing it live because she did miss like a note in there. And not, you know, that happens. Everybody misses notes. I miss notes. I mean, you can probably hear that all throughout my my debut album. But I mean, you know, I do think it's interesting that they aren't using a level of autotune. Maybe they are, and I'm not hearing it right now. But I do think that's kind of interesting that they're not using autotune like that. A lot of reverb in the mix, and I think that's something that you necessarily don't hear in, you know, some other live things that I've heard, especially something like, you know, like the Madonna reactions that we react to. It's very interesting kind of to hear how they're kind of mixing her. You can tell she doesn't have a lot of confidence because, you know, I think the overall mix is very quiet. I have my headphones pretty loud, and I think overall the mix is kind of quiet. So, you know, there's also that as well. Yeah, just overall really interesting to kind of hear the subtle differences of, you know, this live versus you know, the studio recording. I liked the little piano intro, and again, it's very valiant to be able to, you know, do your own live stuff like this, playing an instrument and singing as well. So
I look fine. I should've known it was strange. You only come out at night. I used to think I was smart. You made me look so
interesting breath choice there.
The way you sold me for parts and sunk your teeth into me. Oh, blood sucker, dream crusher, bleeding me dry like a damn vampire.
You hear censoring herself there. Definitely a bit of a rougher patch there, and I wasn't. Maybe we'll look at comments after this, but I'm not sure what I was expecting. But that, again, not saying I would do much better, because this is definitely a hard, you know, hard environment to be in. But I think it is very interesting to hear, you know, almost a level of some mistakes in here. Maybe something that you wouldn't necessarily expect for a performance that's put onto YouTube on like SNL. You know, so I think it's definitely vulnerable of her to be able to put herself out in this way and, you know, be willing to make the mistakes and keep going. That's definitely something that's really valiant and you don't really think about, is that how it can mess with you mentally if you make these mistakes live in front of an audience of this magnitude. So, especially for her to, you know, still say, yeah, let's put it out onto YouTube, you know?
Bleeding me dry like a damn vampire. Every girl I ever talked to told me you were bad news. You called them crazy. God, I hate the way I called them crazy too. You're so convincing. How do you lie without flinching?
Okay, maybe there's a little autotune in there.
What a mesmerizing, paralyzing, tragic little thrill. Can't figure out just how you do it, and God knows I never will. And for me, not her.
Better portion.
Your age, no.
Oh, notes-wise.
I've made some real big mistakes. You make the worst
smoke machine, kind of just putting her there in like a cloud.
I used to think I was smart. You made me look so naive. The way you sold me for parts and sunk your teeth into me. Oh, bloodsucker, dream crusher, bleeding me dry like a damn vampire.
Okay.
You said it was true love, but wouldn't that be hard? You can't love anyone, cause that would mean you had a heart. I tried to help you out, now I know that I can't. Cause how you think's the kind of thing I'll never understand.
Already kind of an interesting choice right here, right? So you hear her kind of going into the tempo part of the song where things get a little quicker. You know, it's definitely the energetic bridge, like the most emotional part. And you know, she does that very well. I thought she did a really good job of kind of conveying that quicker, you know, more paced flow in this portion. But then she kind of stops it because in the actual song, the energy keeps going into the next hook. She, hold on. So you go here. That I made some real big mistakes. I mean, it's right there. It keeps going. So it's definitely an interesting choice melodically to kind of go. And maybe that was just a level of the playing ability and not dissing or anything. I'm just saying that, if anything, it's smart. If she didn't think she could keep up that pace, it's hard. It's really hard, actually, because imagine, right? You have this. I don't know if you can. Hopefully, you can't see the dust here, but you have piano like this, right? And you're changing consistently while doing these notes and having to keep the pace. It's tough. It's hard. It's like that whole conundrum that I don't know if any of y'all remember this from like elementary school or whatever, when your friends would be like rub your belly and pat your head, and it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to do. It's a level of keeping that coordination, and it's not easy. A lot of people struggle with it. So maybe it was a strategic move to kind of slow that part down and kind of take it in a different way. Also, little note of I'm guessing the rings say guts. I like that. That's just a cool little note. Let's see what she does here.
I've made some real big mistakes. You make the worst one look
Okay.
fine. Should have known it was strange. You only come out at night. I used to think I was smart. You made me look so naive. The way you sold me for parts and sunk your teeth into me. Oh, bloodsucker, dream crusher, bleeding me dry like a damn vampire.
Okay. See what happens here. I almost feel like you can tell that she knows she messed up a little bit, and I mean, you just kind of see the facial expressions overall, right? And I mean, you still take it on the chin, right? And I mean, the ability, like I said, to keep going when you make a mistake is something that people don't think about. Like, if you make a... Think about this, right? You're talking big speech, right? The ability to not stop and kind of go back, but instead just keep going, no matter what the mistake is. And, maybe if it's something you need to correct, that's a different story, right? In a speech. But you know what I mean. It's not exactly apples to apples, but it's close. But just the ability to keep going and push through whatever mistakes, right? I mean, that's a powerful ability. And not gonna lie, I did kind of like the slowdown a little bit. It was an interesting contrast, an interesting choice. I liked the section as in its own. I do think I like the more sped up version in the actual studio version. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I mean, hey, overall, I thought this was a very interesting look into Olivia Rodrigo live, and kind of just how she's evolved in a way. Because I remember a lot of people, there's a lot of buzz that's saying that Olivia Rodrigo wasn't all that live. It was just, studio. It was just, studio magic kind of making her songs sound the way they did. And you know what, to an extent, you can kind of hear the differences live versus, studio time, but you're already going to be doing a lot of takes to make sure you have the best possible sound on your song. So, doing a song in itself the whole way, I mean, it's a different thing than a studio version and recording a studio song. So it's kind of understandable to hear those differences, right? And I mean, it's clear she can sing the notes, as even evidenced by some of the parts of the song where she did hit the exact right notes. Maybe it's a level of confidence, I don't know, something that some kind of gap that needs to be bridged to make her from pretty good live. It's not definitely not horrible. I thought there was a lot of great things about her performance. I thought again, like I was saying, her ability to keep going, her the ability to be kind of rub your belly, pat your head kind of thing, with singing and playing the piano at the same time. I mean, that's not something you can overlook, right? I mean, is she a Madonna level performer? No. Is she going to be? I don't know. I mean, even like Taylor Swift, she's a good performer, but is she going to be that? No. But I mean, there's still a level of her probably being able to have her own live shows, that if she kind of builds her confidence, builds up what she can do, and really just own those notes and work on hitting those right pitches, all in one take, right? Like, there's a level of this could be really good, and obviously we haven't even heard it with a full band behind her. This is just a very simple acoustic version, so we haven't even heard that. So if you're blasting her in the comments, actually, let's go ahead and kind of read these comments. I'm really curious what they have to say about her. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people, are kind of saying the same thing here. Like, not best live performance, but she made it through. Change up to falsetto. Yes, that was definitely cool. I like the falsetto part. She can stop being afraid of those high, more belted notes. Her performances of the song will be incredible. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people here are just are very nice and uplifting, and that's also good, because the internet is definitely full of people who can be the opposite. So hearing, and I guess reading, really, people be kind and be thoughtful to comment on the good things she did is something that it can't be ignored. It's just it's great. It's great to see it. But I don't know, I liked it. I definitely would say I like the studio version just better as an overall. But taking that falsetto part, like they were saying, that last little falsetto part, kind of the change-ups were good. I just definitely, it's just more of a preference thing, really. I could see other people liking this. It is what it is, but anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what I should react to next. I'm gonna try my best to keep doing these, daily kind of videos, just to, keep out content coming. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.